right, so we're gonna do the formalities. Hey everyone, happy Wednesday, wind down Wednesday.
Yeah.
What else can we say on Wednesday? I don't know.
Weedness Day.
Weed Wednesday. We collaborate and connect Wednesday. But welcome to Cannabiziac's monthly hemp happy hour. We're super excited to be here today. For those who are tuning in for the first time on social media, thank you for joining us. Please feel free to interact with us in the comments as we will respond to you. And for everyone in our Zoom lounge, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to our members and friends and family of Cannabiziac. We've already had some pregame conversation. Everybody's already lit. So we're going to start with introductions and everyone, this is all about networking, building relationships and connecting with others in the industry, sharing thoughts on whatever may be on your mind today, cannabis and hemp related, of course. But more importantly, it's really for us to connect and build relationships so that we can collaborate and work together in helping each other be successful in this industry. So my name is Anne Marie Sorrell. I am the president and founder of Cannabiziac. And what is Cannabiziac for those who are with us for the first time, whether online or here in our Zoom lounge? Cannabiziac is a membership company, and we are creating a global ecosystem where we're helping our members tap into this global, rapidly growing industry. We do this through education, through training, through networking events and opportunities such as this one, through looking at strategic collaborations, and so much more. And as we continue to grow, our goal is that you will grow with us and we will grow with you. So with that being said, I am going to pitch it over. How we're going to do this, we have our demonstration by our master mixologist, Mary Lou. You're always in for a treat with whatever she has whips up for us for the drink of the month. But of course, if you're at home enjoying your own beverage, we welcome you to pop open your beer or your bottle of whatever, or just water if that's what you desire, and just enjoy your beverage with us as well. We do introductions, so those who are here, tell us who you are, what you do. What's a good referral for you? Or if you're looking to collaborate, let us know, what's a good collaboration opportunity for you and how we can help you connect and succeed in your business here in the industry. So with that said, we're going to start with our members first, then we're going to do our hemp happy hour break, and then we'll come back to our guests. So we're going to kick it off with Beth, because she was the first one here today.
Hey, y'all. I'm Beth of Ahoy Polloi Advisors. And our ideal client is folks that want to get started in the industry, solopreneurs, small entrepreneurs, and same if you're stuck. And we'll get you going in those beginning steps. And we also, right in this room here, have some great folks that we collaborate with and really have a wonderful, wonderful network to help you from getting educated through Cannabiziac to working with us to, we're working on a great agreement and partnership with Debbie and her company, and just really making sure there's a trusted network. And Amy Donahue for social media, there's nobody better out there. And she advises us, our company, and is available for help. It's an amazing network. So that's our ideal client. And as far as growing with Cannabiziac, as I don't know if you got caught up on the emails, we're excited to, in the incubator program, do scholarship invite for Nakia Washington, wonderful woman that had to work or she would have been here today. So we're excited. We have our first scholarship to help somebody get started in the industry. She's brilliant. When she'll be at an event, and I'll let her speak for herself because she's pretty amazing. And we're going to work with her and learn and eventually, knock on wood, grow into like a subcontractor role into whatever she wants to do in the industry. So that whole concept of what we're doing here is what we're all about. So thanks.
Thank you, Beth. And we have Austin.
Hi.
Austin.
Hi, I'm Austin McDonough, Data Sensei at Hoi Polloi Advisors. And I remember when Beth started talking about this thing called cannabis. That was probably, I don't know, maybe last fall. I don't know quite when it was. And Austin, you got to get there. And it's been a joy to be here a long time. Well, for a fair long while now. And we just take joy in all of the Cannabisiac members. I mean, our accountant, Michael McKnight is the hemp accountant in South Carolina, is our accountant now. Our lawyer, Easter Floyd, is wonderful in Florida, is our lawyer now. And so many great other connections we've made through this organization. So I just really, really appreciate what's happening here. And in just 1 year, I mean, I think many of you may have heard me, who's been here. Mel in Jamaica, as you know, is an amazing person. And she put on what they call Buds and Brushes event a couple Saturdays ago. I attended, which we really want to get behind on her very next time. Was just amazing to see that whole cultural world of Jamaica. And it was fun because we in this virtual event, suddenly we were live walking on this gorgeous dispensary for a moment. We were up on a deck with somebody painting while another person over here and another of these cues is playing the music. And it went on for about 2 p.m. till like the whole idea is to end at 4:20 in the morning their time. And Mel is spectacular. Everybody she is. I can't wait to go there. So when Cannabisiac, I believe, intends to get there with incubator training, and we want to come with as kind of the entourage and have a nice time. But we're going to connect. We're going to network. We know what to do, and we're going to come out of that even stronger, I believe. And so it's just this organization just opens up all kinds of ideas about world vision. So I mean, some folks that we know here aren't here for the hemp happy hour. We have connections down in Puerto Rico, Germany. I mean, on and on. You see so many wonderful people now, and it's so fun. I telling people here recently where Anne Marie and Mary and all you kind of just looked at it for 1 minute. This is just out the door in Florida. Last year it was just out the door in Florida to maybe a little southeast. And I really appreciate that. You go, it's hard to believe people will get up at 6 a.m. West Coast time to come in and be with us, and we will. And so it's really, amazing what's happening here in just a year. And it's wonderful, 420 your birthday. So that's a nice thing too. And there is so much to do. I get more excited every day. And thank you, Jennifer, for being here and all the things you guys are doing for us. It's really nice.
And I think you're making us all emotional right now.
Just so you know, I'm kind of a sentient person, and I've been really open since this experience last fall. And everybody, I get a little. Amy and I were just talking because she can understand. It's just easy to get joyful about that you're helping people, one, right, and that you finally found your niche and your passions and taken everything you've done before. And it's really great to know everything that you've ever carried, right, comes right into this room, right in with you people, and it's valid, and it's wonderful to share that this organization is inclusive, and it's lovely, run by women. I get to say these kinds of things, and it means a lot. And I'll just tell you one thing this week, and with all honoring, I was telling Lakia, I can't wait for you to meet. She's Villanova, which is, I just can't. When Villanova was my school, it's basketball, but I thought it was so many great people from Villanova that, and I started talking about these really brilliant, savvy, smart, clever Black women in Florida that I can't wait till you come. And it didn't work out today, but I know she'll come soon. That that we just love and are happy to be with. And anyway, that's how I feel about it.
Well, thank you for that, Austin. That means a lot. And Listen, you guys have been just phenomenal, and I'm so excited about Hoi Polloi and your launch, the work you're going to be doing with us for our members, and just really, I can't even describe it. I mean, Amy and I had a great discussion yesterday, which Amy's going to be next, just how we're working first within our network, and I believe in that, is looking within our network. So for those who are just joining us for the first time, Josh, Jennifer, that's what we do. As you can hear Austin and Beth talk about how they looked at the members of Cannabiziac when they set up their company and sourced their services that they need through the members of Cannabiziac. That is what this is about. So same thing, as we need services, we're sourcing those services first through our members who have taken a chance on us this past year, which they have, and I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. And so to pay it forward, it's only right that we work within our network and establish that. So Amy's gonna be doing some social media consulting for us, Cannabiziac, to really help us grow our social media as well and our digital presence, because for those who don't know that may be listening out there, it's a totally different world to do digital and social media marketing and advertising in the cannabis industry. And so you really have to have someone who is super, super experienced. And I won't steal her thunder because she's up next to introduce herself. But Amy is that person who is super duper experienced when it comes to digital and social media in this cannabis industry. So Amy, take it away.
I appreciate that so much. I'm Amy. I am the social media maestro for Hoi Polloi Advisors. I've been in the industry since 2012. I'm in cannabis. And have been doing compliant and professional social media in the space ever since. I love training and advising. That's why I love being a part of Hoi Polloi. And I'm going to be able to work with Mary Lou, like, trouble's coming. Trouble is coming. I love, and what I like is I love collaborating with people. I have my own agency, but when I was brought on to the Hoi Polloi team, I was given a choice of what I wanted to be as far as a part of Hoi Polloi. Do I want to be with my agency and just a subcontractor? No, I want to collaborate. I love training, coaching, brainstorming. If you ever want to have a sesh about your company and anything that is out there facing and you want some help and advice and just to kick around some ideas, that's what I love doing. I love being a member of Cannabiziac. The website is great. We have our own feed with articles for people to like and cheer on. And I love getting that email, so-and-so cheered you on. So yeah, I'm just so proud of you ladies. Everything that you lasted a year during a pandemic, and that puts you at the top of my list.
Absolutely. Thank you. And more years to come. So thank you for that. With that being said, I don't want to miss any of our members. Am I missing anyone? Of course, Mary Lou and Mary will introduce themselves, and then we're going to take a quick moment to do our feature drink. So I know Mary looked like she stepped away. Did I miss any members? I know Tasha, I believe, is a guest as well. Tasha, you've been here before, though. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we'll come back to Mary. Mary Lou, if you don't mind, you ready to do our feature drink?
Yes, let's go.
All right. Well, feature drink time for the official Hemp Happy Hour drink.
Hello, everyone. Listen, I am so excited to be here tonight. I kind of did something a little bit different. Sometimes I'm a very, very creative person. I'm an analytical thinker, but I'm a very creative person sometimes. So I know that it was Cinco de Mayo. If you celebrated Cinco de Mayo this month that just passed, put it in the chat and tell us what you did. but I just kind of wanted to piggyback on Cinco de Mayo. And what I did was I know I created a canarita one time before. And of course, when we're talking about Cinco de Mayo, we're talking about what? We're talking about some guacamole, right? So, okay, tell me if I cheated or not. So I literally went to this fresh farm market, right? And I was like, listen, I want some spicy guacamole. So they said, okay, we can create you some spicy guacamole. So I'm thinking, like, am I cheating to have someone else make my guacamole? Put it in the chat if you think so or not. But I just went and got them to the fresh market to make me some spicy guacamole. I love anything spicy. So get you a nice bowl, get you a nice guacamole. Also, I went and got some chips. I got some chips here for my chips and dips, because guess what? We're going to make a great margarita. So there are so many different kinds of margaritas. I kind of brought this back because I just felt like it was Cinco de Mayo, right? And so I should bring it back. So what you do is that, of course, you know me, I'm going to always tell you that if you're from home, you should always make sure that your tools are good, that you're good with your tools. So basically, if you have your shakers, get your shakers together. Of course, mine is always rose gold because I'm just like that. Mine's rose gold. You can just get any shakers that you need. And what you do is you're going to pour your tequila, your triple sec, your lime juice sour mix in your cocktail shaker. The reason why I didn't pour it in, because I'm going to do something a little bit different, but I just wanted to introduce you about the margaritas, right? So there are so many different types of margaritas that you can have. You can have the classic. You can do your watermelon, your spicy. I love spicy. If you never did the spicy margarita, put it in the chat if you did it or not. But if you never did it before, you should always taste a good spicy margarita. You have mango, strawberry. You have skinny for those young ladies who are watching their figure. And you have tropical. If you have a favorite margarita, put it in the chat as well. What I'm going to do is that I'm basically going to use Don Julio. If you have a favorite tequila, this is one of my favorite tequilas to have. Some people like Patron, some people like Casamigos. Find your favorite tequila to use. I'm going to use Don Julio. So what I'm trying to tell you is that make sure that you have your margarita glass. Like I said, I always have big glasses because you know why? I drink big. Okay. So this is a great margarita glass. Make sure that you have your accessories with you, your great glassware, and a good margarita glass is really awesome. Basically, also what you can also do is that, of course, with this Canavisiac, we're going to take it up a notch. You can add a nice Corona into your margarita. You can just dump it right in there, right? And you can have that mixed with and it's usually called a Canarita. So you can mix your Corona in it. I have a light. You can use extra, but I have a light just so I can pretend that I'm watching my figure. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But as for me, I'm going to just have a shot. I'm just going to do with my guacamole and with my chips. I'm just going to do a basic shot into my for me to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, to celebrate Hemp Happy Hour, because guess what? I can do that, but everybody else, if you want to do a great margarita, those are some great ideas to do it with. Find your great tequila, get you some nice ice cubes, triple sec, lime juice, sour mix, and put it in a shaker and shake. But I'm just going to put me about an ounce of Don Julio in my glass, and it's going to be, of course, a little martini glass because I'm a little girly, and that's going to be my shot for today. Of course, our drink of today was the Canarita. It was the margarita. You guys, I think that you should go full speed into this. Find you a great margarita to drink and to enjoy. There are so many different choices out there. So I'm going to fall back and give it back over to Anne Marie as I drink my shot, okay?
Oh, sorry. Josh and I was having a moment.
We're spiritually connected now. Thank you, Anne Marie.
Okay, what's the spirit? Oh, because what are you spiritually connected for? What did I miss as I was talking?
Well,
Clase Azul.
Yeah, Clase Azul. I was telling
yes.
one, Don Julio's my number 2. And if I have to have a number 3, it'd be Patron.
Yeah. Yeah, I see, to be honest with you, as a mixologist, I see too much Patron. So I just be like, but other than that, Don Julio has been my favorite. If you guys have ever had a great margarita, it's so simple. It's a great celebration for if you didn't get an opportunity to celebrate the Cinco de Mayo, you should also just go ahead and just give it a swirl. Again, please tell me if I cheated on the whole guacamole thing.
No, I buy it pre-made all the time from the farmer's market.
No, Arizona girl says you cheated.
What happened? What you say?
I'm Arizona girl and I say you cheated.
Yeah, same. Not gonna work.
Tasha.
Yeah. Oh, Tasha, I thought you were on my side here, but I see that no.
I live near to Amy, so no, sorry. And I used to live in Tucson for 7 years. So no, I know what the real stuff tastes like.
Sometimes you have to take these small shortcuts so you can go ahead and get everything in. And I just thought that these people at this farmer's market made it so much better than I did. Although I'm a great cook, I just was like, no, this is going to take forever. So,
to your credit, Mary Lou, at least you didn't buy the mass produced one that every chain store sells.
I was gonna say
Someone Walmart marketplace. No.
No. I went fresh on. And actually they make smoothies fresh for you. You can go in and order how many smoothies you want, and then if you ever want to go on a smoothie diet or whatever, so they make all of that. So anyways, I hope you guys like the my suggestions for the hemp happy hour for today. So
they were great. No, they were great. Thank you. And for those who want to know how to find the spicy lemonade, Trader Joe's has a spicy lemonade. It's made with jalapenos or limeade, and it's so good, and it's not extra sweet. It's like perfect for the palate. It's not a lot of sugar in it. So if you're still trying to, maintain that girlish figure or boyish figure, that's a good one for you to check out as well, to get your spice, your little spice chaser with your tequila. So that was great. That was right on, Mary Lou. I was like, oh, that sounded like my Cinco de Mayo. Yeah.
I just felt like we just need to keep the tradition going. We just needed to still talk about Cinco de Mayo because I was still celebrating it in my head. I just felt like tequila shots, and it was still going on in my head, guys. But other than the guacamole issue, I'm sure I did a B+ across the board.
I mean, technically May is the 5th month, so you could just celebrate all month long. The 5th month.
Yeah.
Why not?
I keep saying it's the best month anyway.
Because why is it the best month, Mary?
Because it's May. It's right there between spring and summer. It's full of both. And it's just like, And of course, it's Gemini member of the month. And it's also Gemini season.
Yeah, and it's Austin's month. So
it's Austin's
definitely.
month. Yeah.
Exactly, too, which let me share. Oh, got a big up Austin.
Into it.
We're sharing. Thank you.
Yeah, there's Austin. He is our May member of the month. Can it be next member of the month? Or Data Sensei. We love you, Austin, and you do magnificent and awesome work on Mighty Networks. You're there every day. We thank you for all those posts and for engaging us.
I had a teacher once that became a widower, really kind of I won't go into the sad story, but it was a widower guy. And I remember being about junior high, having a class with this guy who'd had a tragedy with his wife dying unexpectedly at school and trying to go on with life, right? And he was probably, maybe 40, really a tragedy because he was only maybe 40-some years old. And I'm going back to this, he one day he turned to the whole class, and he'd been a single guy for a little bit and all. One day he turned to the whole class, he goes, there's times in your life when you just really look hot. And he's telling these junior high kids this, right? But I was, I was like 13, but I was really more like 33 years old. And I knew what he meant. He meant that he, gotten back to a happy spot. And he goes, I just want to tell you, there's times in your life when you look really hot and then you don't, and then you don't, you kind of come back. And then when I took this picture of myself, probably in 2017, 16, I was looking really hot, right? And so, so I take joy in some of these pictures I've taken. I'm not a selfie person. In fact, these are the first time any of these pictures have ever been shown on social media. I don't play that. I don't, it's not against anyone else or anything, but I just did contact our fantastic swag coordinator and company we're working with, Jody, to say I want a European style hoodie in our colors. And if you know, European style hoodies are unbelievable, and these are cool hoodies I've got on here, but I want to collaborate to get a really top of the line new hoodie with the beard, and because it's the law in the Pacific Northwest, you have to have a beard like this, so I've gotten there. But thank you for making me honoring me as member of the month, and you guys keep pumping me up online, in the social network, and it's just been a joy to, I was really touched. Thanks.
You're welcome, Austin. Thank you. And
welcome.
yes, you're still really hot, Austin.
Oh my gosh.
All right, we're gonna now go and check in with Debbie. Debbie, we're gonna pitch it over to you. Tell us, just in case you forgot, who you are, what you do, what's the good referral, what's the collaboration for you, and whatever else you want to share.
Cool. Thank you. I do have a really unstable internet connection. So if I stop, like someone give me like the sign and I'll just shut up if I freeze up. I am actually here today, again, because of your member spotlight. Austin is the one who turned me on to come here. So I was super excited, wasn't sure exactly what to expect. But I did know that he told me there were some powerful Black women in Florida that were doing some things around education. And so I definitely wanted to join, because I actually serve as RMCC. It's the company I work for, Rocky Mountain Cannabis Consulting. I serve as our chief learning officer after 21 years in the corporate banking and training world. And I am a certified professional in talent and development. So what we do is, I heard someone say curriculum, I heard someone say ecosystem, and I heard someone say incubator and education. And I was like, Austin is the man, because I'm in the right place. I definitely want to talk to these folks. So what we do is, when I joined RMCC in 2019, I put all this infrastructure around what my CEO and our founder did, Brian Ramsey. She did everything on site. So she would go on site with folks who already have their license, and either, again, to pick up on what Austin said, maybe people who are stuck, or maybe people who are having trouble. She would go in there and do symmetric audit cleanups. So we're really working around technology and your compliance operations. How does technology, what you have to do, translate to what you are actually doing on the job, and transferring those skills in your head? So knowing that just because you have your SOPs, what does that mean in real life? When you're doing your job, you don't go up to the binder and you pull out an SOP and go, let me see what regulation I'm supposed to be. You need playbooks, you need job aids, you need training, you need coaching, you need mentoring. So that's what we provide. And we do that. Colorado. And it's really, really exciting. The reason that I really wanted to talk about this is because some of what we're doing is, we're very small. There's only 5 of us at RMCC, but it's important for us to give to the community, because as an ancillary business, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for growers, if it wasn't for, to be frank, Black and brown people who have had the war on drugs, the failed war on drugs. We wouldn't be here without all of this base of this community. So our program, we have a social incubator program And what that is what we do is we just give free access to our compliance operations certification program, which has 45 hours of self-led training. It's got coaching. We do like SOP review, resume review, job recommendation, and all that good stuff. So we have limited seating. We're able to have 25 seats per year that we give to folks for absolutely free. And we're getting capped out now. I've got a couple of seats left, and I'm starting to think about get some other folks who may be really interested in what we do, but don't have the curriculum that we have, but recipients take advantage of this education. They've already had to jump through so many hurdles that I don't believe continuous education needs to be another hurdle that social equity applicants need to try and jump through. So again, I guess my ask here is if anyone knows of anyone who could benefit from this type of a compliance operations program. It's self-led training. Again, it does come with coaching, mentoring. Give me a shout at my email address at training@rmcc.io. And I'd be happy to talk with you about how to get you a free application or how to talk with you about your social equity folks. And it's open for folks if you're not in social equity. So by all means, I've got paid seats too. It's just, you know, I'm here thinking more for social equity right now than make it a buck.
No, absolutely. Thank you so much, Debbie. And, you know, we're working on some partnerships currently that could benefit from that as we get those solidified. And definitely would love to connect with you one-on-one to see how we can collaborate with what you're doing in the future, because I'm pretty sure you're more than likely offering something that we don't. And I think that's the power of collaboration, and in building a true ecosystem is where we're looking for strategic partners and collaborators that, you know, are able to offer a service that will benefit our members and our participants that come through Cannabisiac. So what you're saying is definitely worth us, you know, moving into a conversation to see how we can collaborate together.
Cool, right on. That's exciting. Yeah, I do believe this is I've said this before. It's a big world. Compliance is every, you know, it is so important. It's a big pool. There's so much help that is needed. We are strong together. If we can get ourselves together in an ecosystem, and that way, any of those folks who need help, I can send them to Anne Marie, I can send them to Mary Lou, I can send them to Beth, I can send them to Austin. You know, just if I can't do it, I want to know who can, so that we can always give the best support and just share the knowledge. So I'm super stoked. Yeah, definitely hit me up. I'd love to speak with you one-on-one. Thank you.
Absolutely. We'll have Mary set that up.
Put it in the chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Next we have, I don't know who was first. Was it Josh or Tasha? Okay, well, we'll go with Tasha and then we'll come back to you, Josh.
Hey everybody, my internet connection is also unstable here, sorry. But I am Vice President of Program Development for Holistic Caring, and I'm gonna jump on the Austin wagon because Austin reached out, like we just randomly connected through LeafWire, and then Austin was the one who then connected with me on LinkedIn and then was like, hey, let's meet. And I was like, sure. And then we just started talking, and I had another meeting I had to get to, or else we probably would have talked the rest of the day. I mean, he's such a great networker and such a great personality to have. So I'm very happy to know you, Austin. And then I see him on different networking events also. So what I do is I build cannabis education programs for the industry, for patients, and for healthcare professionals. And so what we do, Elizabeth Mack, she's been a nurse for 35 years, I think it is at this point, and she has designed an entire curriculum using, you know, different conference notes and research from around the world and combine it all together into different, so she came up with the content and then I had to break it out into all of these different things. And so the two of us work together. It's a kind of 2-woman show at this point. We do have some dudes, but so there's the support team. They're like the cheerleaders, they're the fly girls in the back, like dancing and also doing our graphics and running the webinars. That's what the guys do. Elizabeth and I kind of do everything else, including social media. So Amy, whenever I'm ready to pass it off to somebody else, because I also have a company where I do social media. So it was like, Tasha already has a company doing social media. Let's just let her do it. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do social media for us and everybody else, right? So yeah, Amy, that might be coming at some point because I'm so sick of doing it already. But we really strive to create content that's accessible. So I have a master's degree in education. I've been a classroom teacher for over 10 years. And so whenever I was hooked up with Elizabeth, I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. Hence, here I am today. So the cannabis industry has found me, such as education has found me, which has turned into like this amazing, crazy journey that I'm so happy to be on with all of you. And I can't wait to get with Amy to have lunch. So if anybody else is living in the Valley with us, let's get together. And girl, I'm gonna come pick you up. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're gonna make it work.
Yeah, we will.
No, that's awesome, Tasha, and thank you and welcome. And same extension to you. Looking forward to learning more about you guys' program and what you're offering, and how we can make things work together. Beth, what? Okay, all right. So before Beth goes, we're gonna make sure that we get to Josh and Jennifer. So Josh, you're up next.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me. My cheeks hurt from smiling so much already. So it's just been amazing experience already. Austin, I also found this through Austin. So he's just a super connector, getting people to where they need to be. So Austin, I appreciate you for getting me here. My name is Josh Butchness. I'm in Denver, Colorado, and I support cannabis businesses through HR. So whether it's payroll, health benefits, 401k, but I'm just so tired of cannabis businesses being treated like they're not a real company or they're not a real business and they don't have everything offered to them. So our company is working to do that. I want to be a support. I try and be a connector in this space. It's important for me to not only do what I can, but also put people on a path for success in any way that I can. Something else that's new for me. I'm also working with the Color of Cannabis here in Denver with memberships. So looking to help increase membership and spread that word as well. Yeah, I'm just super excited to meet everyone and really happy to be here.
Awesome. Thank you, Josh. We're happy to have you, and I'm glad your experience has been really good so far. And like you said, what you do, and I tell people, especially when we're looking at our training programs, there's a space for everyone in this industry. There's a need for everything, all of our different expertise that we bring to the table. There's a need for it. It's not enough of us. So that's why
compliance.
Yeah.
Compliance in the space is hectic already. Like you're dealing with so much compliance with the actual product that the compliance that you need to do for employees is just at that point it gets taxing. So it's how can we reduce the administrative work and then put time back into people's day where they can focus on the revenue generating factors.
Absolutely. Well, we'll definitely have to talk more about that as well. Jennifer, because I want you to get in before Beth hops off.
Well, thank you. I'm so glad to be here. And Beth, I am no stranger to Beth. So if she's got to jump off, then she's not missing anything she has not already heard before many times. So I'm also in Denver. For those of you Colorado people and educators, I started in this industry co-founding Leap 411. a nonprofit that operates the world's first free cannabis nurse hotline. So anyone from anywhere can speak to a cannabis nurse for free and get answers to their cannabis related health questions. No offense to the bud tenders out there that know a ton about cannabis, but I have a soft spot, Tasha, you'll get this, for nurses in this space who are educating, because they've been voted the most trusted profession the last 18 years in a row. And applying that trust to a plant where there's so much mistrust helps a lot of new consumers learn to get into this space in a way that they feel comfortable. So that's how I started in the industry. I am now with Women Empowered in Cannabis, and I am helping them create a movement, if you will, that I think everyone in here can appreciate. It's really about highlighting businesses who care more about collaboration over competition, and not just highlighting female leaders in this industry, but helping to develop female leaders in this industry. So our speakers bureau, we're going to be doing public speaking training. We're going to be helping women fine tune their pitches and partnering with all the major industry conferences and asking them to please have an X percentage of women on all of their panels. And our speakers bureau is going to be a handful of women ready to take those seats. So really encouraging women in this space, encouraging other entrepreneurs in this space, and Cannabiziac, I hope to make a very fruitful partnership with you so that we can elevate each other in the work that is so necessary to be done. And how can we be stronger together? I'm excited to figure that out.
Absolutely. Now you working with Kira?
I am. I'm the new COO.
Oh, good. Yeah. So Kira was our Cannabiziac University speaker last month.
That's
and
perfect.
Since then, we're still finalizing all the details, but we're going to do a joint membership option because we have a lot of course, as you can see, we have quite a few women who are either members or who come to our events. And so we felt that instead of reinventing the wheel and creating like a women's group within Cannabiziac, the best opportunity is to partner with Women Empowered in Cannabis. And so that's the partnership that Kira and I are working on as we speak. So I'm super excited that you're here because, again, that's what this is about. So we'll be rolling that out soon as to what that co-membership looks like, where you're a member of Cannabiziac, you're a member of Women Empowered in Cannabis. So we're working through those details. So welcome.
I'm so happy to be here and to support you. And even outside of WEIC, I have heard the most incredible things about what your organization is doing and the people like you at the helm of that. So I'm truly, truly consider it an honor to be looking forward to getting to work alongside you to help people and create community and specifically lift up women in this industry, women and minorities, underrepresented, and needing more opportunities, and truly coming together instead of fighting over the one seat at the table given us, coming together and demanding more seats at the effing table. And that is something we all have to come together to do, because this is not one person or even a small group of people can do this by themselves. We need to come together in mass and say, we demand better. And I'm excited to be in that fight with you.
Absolutely, I am as well. And I wanted to bring this up because of your nursing platform. So our book of the month is going to be Carrie S. Clark, and she is the author of Cannabis, a Handbook for Nurses. So I think you would definitely enjoy it. And we're moving it from Friday because that's Memorial Day weekend. So if you've already had Friday for the book of the month on your calendar, please update it to Wednesday, May 26th at 7 p.m. Eastern time with Carrie Clark, who's the author of Cannabis, a Handbook for Nurses. So all my nurses out there, you definitely want to, especially nurses who are not in the cannabis industry, not familiar with it, I think they should definitely be a part of this event. And Jennifer, it might be a good opportunity also for us to learn how nurses can be a part of your network for the Leave 411. Those that get trained, or if they're interested in learning more about the industry and becoming a part of your network, I think that'd be a cool thing.
Awesome. I would love that. And a big part of the movement we're doing is to create more jobs for nurses in this industry, because there are a lot of nurses already trained. Great, we need more, but there just aren't jobs out there because our industry doesn't prioritize that in the expenditures of, what does customer service look like when you've got bud tenders. And until this goes mainstream and outside of the cannabis industry, that is seen as a valuable asset in a nurse, they still risk their licenses. They still risk the stigma and the ability to get jobs in hospitals. So it's not just getting them trained. We need to be creating jobs for them, because that's specifically, it's predominantly a female driven profession, and we need more women having space in this industry to work. So I would also encourage those here, the business people, if you have any room or can find room for the expertise of a nurse trained in cannabis, please to consider that. Connect with me, connect with American Cannabis Nurses Association or Cannabis Nurses Network. There's many nurses looking for opportunities. Please consider approaching one. But yes, I would love to join that and spread the word. And I want to get more of the nurses involved with Cannabisiac and WEIC, because there's a lot of budding solopreneurs in there that just need the encouragement and the help to build their own practice and create jobs for themselves. So I'm trying to bridge that gap between nurses and great groups like this, so that we're creating more jobs.
Absolutely. No, I love it. And I see that Amy has unmuted. So Amy, you had something to add?
That was by mistake. Oh yeah, she's mine. She's mine. I'm not letting Austin take that one from me.
I'm not getting all the credit today.
I am here because of Amy Donahue, and Amy alone. I am officially Amy's. Yes.
Hey, Anne-Marie, can I just follow up on Book of the Month Club? That's a new thing for me. I've got my groove on now 2 times in a row. I'll never miss it again. That is, and it's not, it is, and it isn't so much about the book. It's about people bringing their whole personal story to share. We just had Russell, I don't know what his last name is.
Bennett.
Bennett from Canada, who unbelievable. And he even said, do you really want to talk about this book? And he was just a joy. And he had so much depth. How Canada and US tie together, just to learn these things, how we tie together through all this to this moment, very parallel and similar things. One example. And then we had the month before, we had someone talking about help me out with this, I forget what she was talking about, all kinds of aspects to the book that she had written, and coming into Canada and doing things with that, and now she's really gotten her quite known from the books, and the same thing, just was a joy to hear people's stories. And so it's kind of like this a little bit. The Book of the Month Club can be kind of very, very robust in the sense of talking out things, but we just had really very interesting. I've learned a lot out of these last 2 months.
Thank you for that.
The one thing I want to say on Hoi Polloi, I kind of trademarked this, so this is a friendly NDA here, people. We like to say that Hoi Polloi's new website it's about education, it's entertainment, it's education, edutainment, and edu-enjoyable. And that's the same way that Cannabisiac is. It's education, edutainment, and edu-enjoyable at all times. And so there's so many takeaways, and so I'm biggest supporter of the Book of the Month Club. We got to just keep that up, because that's really important. And I thought, well, we're going to, I thought, I haven't read the book. You don't have to read the book, or you can, you can get the book. It's not going to be so often. It's not going to be so much about that. It's going to be about their experiences and why they are here talking to us that night. And so it's just really a great thing. Thanks for thinking into doing that. When you're talking about nurses, Jennifer, and that support to support authors and book and that's no, that is no easy. I don't know so other than to just speak. I'm certain it's not an easy road or path to take. And Russell was there to tell some of his beat up points about being and again being a lawyer and having the same experience with nurses, being a lawyer and all of the different weirdness around that, and then trying to get and be in cannabis at the same time and write these books and not getting as much support as you might think and so it was really great to know that there's this Book of the Month Club. I couldn't believe you're bringing this concept to. I had never experienced it, so I just wanted to give a big shout out and thank you on that.
Thank you, Austin. No, we, when we thought about it, and I'm an author, but it ain't about cannabis. For my single folks, it's about dating and relationships. But so you can pick up Chronicles of a Serial Dater and read it at your leisure.
Nice plug, Emery. Nice plug. I love it.
but no, like you said, it's not always about the book. It's about the journey to the book. And all of the authors that we've had featured, they're talking about their journey in the industry, the ups and downs, the pitfalls, everything they've gone through, the successes, everything. And then they share that in the book. And when anyone can, everybody's not going to be a New York Times bestseller. That's just the reality of it, right? And anytime anyone can pour out their heart and soul onto the pages, or now audiobooks for someone to read and learn from it, that is an amazing accomplishment. And so we felt that it was necessary to, from an intellectual standpoint, making sure that we're bringing the intellectual side to the industry at all times, but giving people actual lived experiences by these authors who have put their life experience and their work into a book in order to better empower those of us, especially someone like myself who's new to the industry. So thank you, Austin, for that testimony. Yeah, it's an intimate evening with the author. So it's not just us talking about the, yes, that's it.
Ordered. I was a serial dater before COVID, before the industry. I'm excited. This is my weekend reading.
All right,
Amy, get brownie points, yo.
Don't judge me, Amy. Don't judge me, okay?
I know when it comes to serial dating, I will never judge anybody because I have done the worst. Arriving Saturday.
But yeah, so no, it's an intimate conversation where we really get to interact with the author. So it's not just us talking about the book. The author is actually here with us. Each month we have a new author. So please, if you haven't checked out Book of the Month, join us the last Wednesday of the month, 7 p.m. Eastern time. You will enjoy your evening sesh. In addition to that, if you become a member this month, you will receive a complimentary copy of the Book of the Month. In addition to that, you will receive your welcome kit. Who wants to talk about their welcome kit? The welcome kit that you get, well, I'm gonna let Amy and Austin talk about that because they love their swag. But you'll get a copy of this book for becoming a member at any level for the month of May. And also for our members get to attend all of our events for free. So for the Book of the Month and for our Cannabiziac University web series is $10 for non-members. But if you are a member, so technically your membership, if you join at the $20 level, pays for your 2 events each month. This is our Cannabiziac University webinar coming up, Women in Media, featuring Ms. Barnett Pinto. She's also one of our advisory board members, but she's the founder and publisher of Honeysuckle and Honeypot magazine. So if you haven't checked out Honeysuckle and Honeypot magazine, make sure you do so. Amazing, amazing content. But she's going to be talking about women in media. And so you don't want to miss this upcoming event on next Wednesday, May 19th. So of course, as always, there's lots coming up in Cannabiziac for you to get involved in. And of course, we do have our incubator program as well. I don't know if Mary have that up, but you'll get more information about that on the website if you want to sign up. With that being said, we want to open it up for any last comments. If you have any announcements, of course, make sure your info is in the chat. Save the chat so you can capture everyone's information. So if there are any announcements or comments that you have. Okay, well, if not, make sure you join our online community, community.cannabisiac.com, so that you can get all the latest cannabis news. You can also join various groups that we have within the community. You can interact with over 100 members that we have in our online community, as well as get updates on upcoming events and other special announcements as well. If you haven't taken our event survey, please click the link to take our event survey so that we can know how to better serve you every month or every week, because we have an event every week. And also make sure you join, if you're on Clubhouse, join Cannabisiac Connect on Clubhouse. I am looking for moderators that are interested in moderating weekly or daily rooms, whatever you choose. I am looking for mods to do that. So please join us on Cannabisiac Connect. And if you have an Android, text me for those in the Zoom room here. Like giving out my phone number all over social media. But those
no.
As the serial dater. All right, Emery.
You call me out, Josh?
I think that was a plug. I think that was the real plug.
That was the real plug right there.
It wasn't the book, it was the phone number.
Right.
Come on, Josh.
Like,
Come on,
DM me. Anywho, but no, definitely join me on Clubhouse and the rest of us on Clubhouse, and eventually we'll get on Spaces. It's just a lot going on right now, too many rooms and things to start. It's just too much. But yeah, so thank you all so much for joining us. This has been fun. I'm like Josh, my cheek hurt. I've laughed so much today, and this is what this family is about. We come together, there's great energy, we're laughing, we're loving on each other, and we can go about and have a better and more productive week because of this connection that we have with each other. So thank you all. If there's nothing else, unless y'all just want to stick around, we're gonna stop the recording and stop Facebook, and y'all can stick around in here if you want to. But we're gonna stop the official recording. So good night.
After all this.
Good
night.
Bye, everyone.
Good night. Stop the recording. Oh, the host had to stop the recording. I'm not the host anymore.
Yeah, I stopped it.
Okay.
Oh, I think I stopped it.